Hi there, my name is Reyna and welcome back to another yoga class. This class is going to be focused on relieving lower back and hip pain. These are really kind of a pair. They come together, especially as far as yoga poses go and pain and tension go. This class is going to be pretty slow, pretty gentle, and really more restorative than anything. I don't have a mat as you see, but I do have lots of soft things. You will want a chair for this class. And if you don't have a chair, you can also use like a stool, you can use your couch, just something a little bit higher up. You'll want some blankets, and if you have a bolster, or something kind of firm, you'll want a firm pillow. If you don't have a bolster and you have lots of blankets and towels, you can simulate the shape by taking a blanket or towel and folding it in that way and then stacking a few of these up. It's honestly a really, really great tool and I use it often. So when you're ready, we'll come to stand in front of our chair. And if you have a metal chair like mine, I do like to just put something not so cold on top of it. Take your feet about hips distance apart, maybe a bit wider to make space for your body. Allow the knees to bend. Send the hips back in space, so hinge forward. And rest your hands, maybe your head onto the chair. And now if the chair still feels far away, add some more height to it. So grab more blankets, grab your pillow, and add a little more height. We want to really be able to rest the head down. To keep the knees bent softly. And to give yourself space to really readjust. If you're someone who has a lot of space between their belly and their thighs, you can take your blanket, fold it up, and just place it over your thighs and then fold over it to create a little extra support there. It can feel really good even if you don't have a lot of space. Just one more way to make things more sustainable and more enjoyable. If you start to feel pressure in the lower back, there's a good chance you might be either too high or too low as far as your head and shoulder height goes. There's also a good chance you might be locking your knees out. So really bend the knees, allow things to soften. And we'll take about 5 more rounds of breath here. Good. And slowly just start to press yourself up, placing your hands onto the chair and taking just a little step back. So you have kind of a tabletop shape using your hands on the chair. Bend the knees, take a big breath in, find cow pose, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, chest, and gaze. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose, really gentle. 4 more. Inhale, find cow, keep the knees bent. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Good. Come back to neutral. Take the feet a little bit wider. Turn the toes out. And then grab some support. Place it under your body. I like to take my bolster kind of long ways under my body. Bring your hands to your chair and sit the hips down. Knees come nice and wide, finding Malasana or Garland pose. If this isn't available for you today, you can actually come to stand or to sit in your chair. Take your knees nice and wide and then press the pinky edge of your feet into the ground. Hands come to the insides of your thighs. Lift the heart. So take which option feels good for you. We'll spend about a minute here. You can continue to rest the hands on the chair, or you can bring the palms to touch in front of the chest. About halfway. Good. And if you're in your Garland pose, your malasana, closer to the ground, so not in the chair, bring your hands to the chair, press down, and just move the legs towards something a little straighter. And then if you're sitting in the chair, come out of the chair and come into the same posture with your hands on the chair. Just a little bit of forward folding here, just to find kind of an opposite shape. I like to sway side to side. Good. And then using the help of the chair, we'll come to sit on our bottoms. I like a little blanket under my bottom for support, and you'll sit right in front of the chair. So however you'd like to get to the ground, do so. Okay. And then come to a cross-legged seat, so Sukhasana, easy pose, in front of the chair. And put your right leg in front to start. Walk your feet towards your knees so you have a nice little box. Good. And then fold forward, stacking the forearms and resting your head onto your forearms. So stack them and then rest your head down. And if the chair is feeling, again, too close to the ground, put a blanket, put a pillow, put something on top to create a little more height to lift yourself up. And we'll take about 10 rounds of breath here, and then we'll switch which leg is in front and do the other side. Good. And slowly coming up. Lean back and bring your hands behind your body. Just for a moment, extend the legs, press the heels into the earth, lift the heart, knees stay bent, and just gently windshield wiper the legs side to side. Keeping the chest to the center. Good. And cross the legs the opposite way, so left leg in front this time. Walk the feet towards the knees, sit yourself back up, and fold forward over your chair. Good, and slowly coming up. Bring the hands behind the body, extend the legs, heels to the earth, and windshield wiper side to side. Good. Coming back to center. Extend the legs out, finding a wide leg shape, but something that doesn't feel like it's putting pressure on you. So maybe you come a little bit more narrow than you usually do. If your knees feel a lot of pressure in this posture, whether they're really far from the ground or you're hyperextending and they're like pressing to the earth, you can place some blankets under your knees or even just like a pillow or a block. Place it under your knees. And allow the knees to have a boundary where they're still bent. Sitting still in front of the chair, fold forward. And again, kind of as always in this class, we're looking to rest our head. So however the height needs to be adjusted, to do so comfortably in a way where you're not putting pressure on your joints. Because here we're really looking to feel grounded. So we're looking to keep kind of our hips grounded down, our sits bones grounded. Feet are just slightly active. So if you feel your feet or like your big toes kind of flopping inward, see if you can roll them out. So it's a gentle stretch, but it still has some activity in it. We'll take about 5 more rounds of breath here. Good. Slowly coming up. If you have anything on your chair, you can slide it off. And we're going to continue to use the chair, so just kind of leave it where it is. Use the hands to help bring the knees together. Roll off your blanket if you're sitting on one. Keep your props available. But start to lie down onto your back. Walk your feet nice and wide and drop your knees in, a little settling posture. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. Good. And then grab some support, whether it be your bolster, blankets, some pillows, and place them on the left side of your body. Just kind of where your like hips and thighs are. Bring your knees together and draw them towards your chest or towards your armpits. Okay. And I want you to rock your hips off the ground and then hike them to the right. And so if you want to know what that looks like, it looks like this. And so you're swinging your hips over to the right so you can really find that twist and drape your legs to the left and give your legs some support. You don't need to come into like a full kind of huge expanded twist right now. We're looking for something a little bit softer. Good, and we'll take about 5 more rounds of breath here. Good. And then bring your legs back to center. Place the feet onto the earth and recenter your hips. Walk the feet out, drop the knees in, settling pose. Okay. Move your support to the right side of your body. Draw the knees towards the chest or armpits, and then once again, lift the hips, and this time hike them left. And then drop the knees to the right. Gentle twist here. About 5 more rounds of breath. Good, and come back to center. Recenter your hips. Place the feet on the ground, lift the hips up. And scoot closer to your chair, or if you're like me, you can drag it in. If you have a cold metal chair, which I feel like most of you probably don't, but I do. So I'm gonna place my blanket over it. And now drape your feet over your chair. And so you're looking to have your knees, like the creases of your knees or your knee pits as I call them, meeting the chair as much as they can. So we kind of have a 90-degree angle there. And we'll start with just some gentle reclined pigeons. So cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Let the knee open out. And we'll spend about a minute here. Good, and from here, just uncross the right ankle, and we'll switch sides across the left over the right thigh. Let the left knee open up. We'll spend that minute here too. Uncross the left ankle and keep both legs draped over the chair. You can let your hands rest on your belly out to the sides, allowing the eyes to close if they haven't. And we'll end our class right here. And I would invite you and encourage you to spend as much time as you have and as feels good in this last posture with your legs draped over your chair or your couch. Breathing deeply, and maybe you set a boundary. Maybe you say, I'm going to take 20 breaths right here, or 50, or 5. Whatever it is, it's enough. As long as you're giving yourself the time and space to really enjoy. So take a moment. Thank yourself for coming to your practice, for coming to yourself and your body. Thank your body for being wonderful. I encourage you to find as many moments as you can to be in awe of yourself. Thank you all so much for allowing me to be your teacher. It's truly a gift. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night, and I will see you next time we're on the mat together.